Special requests, anyone? Scott says no. Okay, Heather says no. Okay, well, I'll just do a Katie special then, I guess.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yay. Okay, friends, let's do it then. I'll spotlight my and then mute you guys. And then let's start in seated meditation. So, if you're not already in your seat, find your way there. You can sit up on top of something if you want, so a block, a bolster, blanket, or just on your sit bones. And take a moment, just kind of wiggle around, feel into your physical body. So notice what's going on in my body. How do I feel? Whatever that looks like, doesn't matter, just feel around. And then eventually find stillness. And just let your hands rest. Let your eyes close. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen through your spine and the back of your neck. Let your shoulders just melt down away from your ears. So almost as if your neck could grow a little bit longer. And take these first few moments to just really arrive on your yoga mat. So some of you are working all morning and you just have this time to kind of switch gears. So switch gears now. And let whatever's going on in your work life go. And just feel your body, feel your breath. And even if you're feeling the effects of something that happened maybe earlier today, see if you can feel it in your body without needing to tell a story about it in your mind. So just feeling sensation, just feeling energy, just feeling breath. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the very top. See if there's a little bit extra you can find, so extra little sip maybe. And then big open mouth sigh to let it go. Ah. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill up. Hold. Extra little sip if it's there. And then open your mouth. When you're ready, release. Sigh it out. Ah. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all day long. Hold. Extra sip. And sigh it out your mouth. Ah. Enjoiiii breath. So through your nose, but really using the muscles, constricting the muscles at the back of your throat or engaging the muscles at the back of your throat to kind of regulate your breath. So slowing it down, smoothing it out. Big, spacious inhales, slow, steady exhales all the way to empty. Hello, Miss Ruby. All right, friends, and then whenever you're ready, just come forward to hands and knees. So tabletop position. And just start to move through some cat-cow undulations. So pretty simple. Inhale, spinal extension, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. And exhale, spinal flexion, so curl in. And see if you can bring a little more awareness into this back and forth movement than you might usually do. See if you can feel a little more mobility right in the middle of your spine. Your mid-back area. And after a few rounds, just back and forth, slowly with breath. Come to neutral spine. And we'll thread the needle. So make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. Take your right arm out to the right and all the way up towards the sky. Reach as high as you can. And then exhale, thread your right arm underneath you. So reach, 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 and come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. And you can take this anywhere you want. You can explore this in any way. Just breathe a lot into your back body. So the space between your shoulder blades, back ribs, low back. And if your left hand happens to be lifted, set it back down. Next inhale, unthread your right arm. So reach it out and up once more. And exhale, set your right hand on the ground. Downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. And just walk it out here for a moment. Pedal out your heels, shift your weight around. Working into the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. And then maybe working into the length of in the backs of your legs as well. Let your face be soft, breath big and spacious. Take one more round in down dog. And then bottom of your next exhale, set your knees on the ground gently, and we'll thread the needle with our left arm. So knees at least hips width distance apart. Left arm out and up. Inhale. Exhale to thread it through. So reach, 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 and come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder and head ever so gently. Breathe into the back of your heart. Slow, intentional breaths. Right hand on the ground if it happens to be lifted. And then on an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up one more time. Exhale, left hand down. And then once again, take it back to downward facing dog pose. And give it a moment. Pedal it out, feel around, breathe into it. And eventually, let's just take it into a forward fold at the back of our mat. Start to crawl your hands back until you're in a forward fold, back of your mat. All your weight is now in your feet. You can bend your knees a little or even a lot. Think of lifting your sit bones up and letting the crown of your head get a little closer to the ground. Next time you breathe in, find a halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's do that once more. Halfway lift position. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release, fold. This time all the way up. Take it through your halfway lift. Keep rising and reach up. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, dive down slowly into your fold. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise back up. Take your arms up and stretch. Hands to heart center, exhale. Arms to the sky, one more, just like that, reach. Dive down slowly, use your breath to guide your movement. Inhale, lengthen, spine parallel to the ground. And release, fold in. All the way to emptiness, rise, back up, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, arms reach. This time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, and if you can, start to reach your hands back away from your body, possibly add a little back bend. So puff up your chest, press your hips forward, hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more inhale. Keep your hands clasped, hinge at your hips, take it all the way down into your forward fold. Let your head be very heavy, neck is relaxed. Bend your knees as much as needed so that you can relax your neck even more. Lift your butt, your sit bones up, crown towards the ground. Lift your knuckles up, take one more inhale. Hands to your low back and gently release your clasp. Let your arms come down. Halfway lift, inhale. Bring your fingertips or your hands to the ground and walk them forward. So coming into a plank position. Top of your push-up. Pause right here and take a moment to just kind of rock a little bit forward and back. Push the ground away. Fingers are spread wide. Belly button draws in and up. If you want to, bring your knees to the ground to modify. Next, inhale, rock forward that little tiny bit. And exhale, one strong straight line, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or full cobra. Press through your shoelaces and your pelvis. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. Downward facing dog. Take it all the way back. All right, my friends. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. And let's rise up to our crescent lunge. So take as much time as you want. Eventually settling into crescent. Reach up, gaze up perhaps. So just feel your body, feel your breath. Soften around the pose, soften through your outer shell. What would that feel like? Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, little twist, turbo twist to your right. So left arm goes forward, right arm swings back. Bend your back knee to a hover. Try to pull your front hip back and your back hip forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Broaden through the front of your shoulders, reach through fingertips. Weight is centered, so don't lean forward. Take one more deep breath. Pull your back thigh forward. Next inhale, back to crescent lunge. So recenter yourself, inhale, and exhale, hands to the ground. Let's take what's called a horizon lunge. So your right arm will reach forward, up, and then pivot all of your toes to face towards the right long edge of your mat. You can bring your hips down as you reach back. Maybe you want to use your right hand inside your right knee, kind of working that stretch. Maybe you want to work this as more of a strength pose, kind of like a modified side plank variation, or you can do some lifts and lowers if you want even. Barbine, you might love this one, lift and lower. Get that core work, that oblique work. So you do you here for a couple more breaths. And then we're gonna come back to a low lunge. So just like you're rewinding back, reach up, forward, and down as you spin your toes forward. Now let's bring our hands all the way over to the left long edge of our mat. So other side now. All of your toes face the long edge of your mat, feet are parallel, halfway lift. See if you can take your hands off the ground in your halfway lift. So you're using your core strength, your legs are strong. Whenever you're ready, back into a fold or any other way you want to explore here for about 5 rounds. Big deep breaths, noticing whatever there is to notice within your own body. Good job, friends. Last couple breaths. Let's come back to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground this time, bend your knees if needed. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat so you're in a low lunge. Root into your front foot, listen. We're coming all the way up, so it's a great big dynamic movement, all the way up into standing staff pose. Left knee lifts, arms reach. So standing staff balancing on your right foot, left knee is lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, figure four, one-legged chair. So sit back into your figure four, outer left ankle, top of right thigh, flex your left toes. Weight is primarily in your right heel. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Prayer hands, reach your arms back. Or if you want, you can even explore a forward fold or an arm balance. So you do you in this pose, even if that means you're falling in and out of it. Be with wherever you are at, be with that. Breathe into that. Take about 3 more deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Okay, we're coming back to a standing staff pose. So if possible, stay balanced on right foot, lift your left knee, reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the exact same time if possible, so slow motion. All right, from low lunge, back knee comes down. Take your right leg back, three-legged tabletop, give your right leg a little shaky shake. Woo. Pivot on your left knee, so your left foot comes to the outside of your mat, reach your right arm to the sky. Great place to stay. Or take your right arm forward, and you might even set your right foot down if you'd like. So you find your variation, final option only if you want to take it. Find the pose, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Let your heart look up if you're in that bound variation. So rather than kicking your foot up, kick your foot back. Heart looks up, last big breath. And slowly release it. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog, stretch it out. Inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look forward, step to toe or float to the top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Take it all the way up to stand, arms to the sky. And hands to heart center. Pause right here for a moment. Either keep your hands at your heart or arms by your sides. And just be. Close your eyes and feel yourself standing with intention, attention. Root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. Feel the energy moving around inside of you. Slow, spacious breaths. Keep this much awareness. Next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take your swan dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you would like. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. All righty, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Rise to crescent lunge, take your time. Strong, stable legs. Your upper body is your expression, so just feel into your own expression. Maybe you're gazing up, maybe you're spreading your fingers really wide. Maybe you're rolling your wrists out. Take one more in breath. And then as you exhale, turbo twist. So right arm goes forward, left arm swings back, back knee bends to a hover. If you want, you can bring your back knee down gently. Modification, great modification. Otherwise, your back knee's hovering, and imagine you're trying to drag your back thigh forward. Try not to lean forward like this, so keep your weight nice and centered. And then maybe even gaze over your back shoulder, your left shoulder. Squeeze your inner thighs and twist a little further. One more round. Good job. Back to crescent, unwind, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth. And then we'll take that horizon lunge. So left arm this time reaches forward, up, spin your toes towards the left long edge of your mat as you reach back. So hips can come down. If this bothers your right wrist, walk your right hand forward. But this is a nice stretchy place to go. Or you can go for a more strengthening variation, or you can do some lifts and lowers. If there's anywhere else you want to explore or get curious or play, feel free. Feel around. Take about 2 more deep breaths. Good job, you guys. All right, just rewinding. So left arm reaches up, forward, coming back into low lunge as you bring your left hand down. And then remember, we're going to the opposite side. So spin your toes now towards the right long edge of your mat. Feet are parallel, legs are straight, halfway lift. See if you can take your hands off the ground on your halfway lift, maybe even reach your arms out to the sides like you have big wings. So strong core, root through your feet, reach forward through the crown of your head as you push your butt back. So really try to stick your butt out behind you. One last inhale, and then let it go anywhere you want to go for about 5 breaths. All right, come to your halfway lift, this time with your fingertips down, so bend your knees if needed. And then walk your hands towards the top of your mat, coming into your low lunge. Press into your left foot, get ready for that big dynamic movement. All the way up, standing staff. Right knee lifts, arms reach. Find your balance here. Hug in with your inner thighs, flex your right toes. One more in breath. Exhale, figure 4. So sit back into that one-legged chair pose. And look, I have a chair right in front of me. I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to put my hand on it to help me balance. So feel free to use a wall. Use anything you've got in your space if you want to help you balance. You can explore with your arms. You can explore with a forward fold, with an arm balance, with a twist. So anywhere you want to go, about 3 more breaths. Keep your right toes flexed and active. Keep actively pressing your outer ankle into the top of your thigh. Good job, you guys. Slowly, slowly. See if you can stay balanced on your left foot as you come back to your standing staff. Standing staff, right knee lifts, arms reach. If you want, you can even extend your right leg. Take one more inhale. Slow motion, low lunge. Fingers and toes touch at the same time. From low lunge, back knee comes down gently. Unthread your left leg. So you're 3-legged tabletop and then open up. So right foot comes off the side of your mat, pivot on your right knee. Left arm to the sky. So front of your hips, front of your heart, nice and open. If you want to set your left foot down, feel free. Left arm might reach forward. Work the length of your left side. Only if you want final option. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. And then work that opening in your front body. Front of your heart, front of your hips. Keep spreading through your left toes as you kick your foot into your hand, pull your hand back into your foot, take one last deep breath. Slow release, tabletop. Downward facing dog, stretch it out. Pedal it out. Big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, step or hop, forward fold. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, release, let it go. All the way up, rise, big full body stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Pause right here, keep your hands at your heart or arms out to your sides. So standing for a moment, just standing, breathing, noticing. Close your eyes if you can. Become aware of yourself standing from the inside. Yeah, so good, you guys. Slow, deep breaths. Stay this aware. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, vinyasa, however you would like. End up in child's pose. So just for a moment, resting back, hips to heels, forehead to your mat. Breathe into your low back. All right, my friends. Rise up to your hands and your knees. And from hands and knees, actually find your way into a seat. Legs forward. We're gonna do a little bit of core work just because I love it so much. You guys know. All right. So from a seated position, moving into boat pose. So you're just gonna lean back, balancing on your sit bones. You can even hold on to the backs of your thighs like I'm doing. You can even leave your heels on the ground if you want. Otherwise, you might reach your arms forward. You might even extend your legs if you want more. See, I can't do it, but reach your arms back overhead. So totally, it's like pick your level wherever you want to be today. You could even have your hands behind you like this. Hug in with your inner thighs and your inner knees. So squeeze your legs together. Lift your heart up. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, low boat. So you're going to hover everything above the ground. Navel to spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. You don't have to go super low. You can if you want, but you want to be able to pull your low belly down. Inhale, lift. Go at your own pace. And take it as low or keep it as kind of high as you want, or you can even just make it your own. Good job, you guys. Take about 3 more. And then we're going to end up on our backs, actually. So all the way down, arms overhead, full body stretch. Reach actively for a moment through fingers and toes. If your back ribs lift a lot, see if you can press your back ribs down a little bit. Keep reaching. One more inhale. And then exhale, hug your knees in, gentle rock from side to side. Extend your legs up towards the sky. All right, bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. So if you want to, you can put something in between your inner thighs or your inner, not your inner knees, but just right above your knees, like a block or something. If you want, you don't have to. I'm not going to. And if this pulls on your low back at all, bend your knees as much as needed. So I'm bending my knees a little bit. All right, from here, start by just lifting your head up and then see if you can relax through your neck. So let your head just fall into your hands and let your hands be like a hammock for your head. Draw your low belly down. All right, inhale, see if you can reach your toes up towards the sky. And then exhale, navel to spine, lower your legs as far as you can without your low back lifting. Inhale, lift, maybe that little tuck of your tailbone, exhale, lower. So you might go really far, you might not go very far, it's up to you. Take these at your own pace. Inhale up, exhale, lower, navel to spine, press low back down. Think about 3 more. Squeezing your legs, or maybe you're even squeezing a prop. Now reach your toes up, reach your arms up. Try to touch your toes. Try to reach your toes higher. Try to lift your tailbone. Reach, 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 hold, hold, hold. Release, woo! Full body stretch, arms long, legs long. Good job, you guys. So for a moment, just do whatever feels good. You can reach actively. I'm kind of just shaking my legs out a little bit. You can just relax here if you want. Let your arms kind of flop down. Just breathe. We'll move into a bridge pose in a moment. So feet on the ground, knees bent. And if you're using a block or a prop and you want to, again, bring it in between your inner thighs, feel free. This time, do get it as close to your pelvis as you can. So feet, hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. And the biggest problem, or I don't want to say problem, but the biggest thing I see that people are unaware of is their feet are way forward of their knees. So see how far forward my feet are right now if you look at me? You don't want it like this. You don't want your feet all the way out here. You want your feet right underneath you. Your ankles straight down from your knees. So you should be able to reach down and pretty much touch your heels without too much of a stretch. All right. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and then inhale, peel your spine off your mat. Keep hugging in with your inner thighs. Press especially through heels and the inner edges of your feet. If you want, you can work your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. So kind of shimmy your shoulders back and forth to work them underneath you. And even interlace your fingers if you'd like. If there's any other variation, or if you want to move into your full upward facing bow, feel free. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Hug in with your inner thighs. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Press down through the back of your head. Lift your hips up and breathe all the way down into your belly. Soft face, soft jaw. Last couple breaths. If you're in bridge with me, work your shoulders out from under you, but stay in your bridge. Once your shoulders are out, arms to the sky, inhale one last time. Slow as you can, roll your spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. And once your spine is back in a neutral position, tee out your arms or cactus your arms against the ground. Bring your feet out to the width of your mat and windshield wiper your knees side to side. Side to side, slowly with breath. Good job, you guys. After a few rounds, happy baby. Rock it out in your happy baby for a moment. And then just hug your knees in gently. You can either find your own way to down dog or invitation to rock and roll a few times, forward and back along your spine. Then eventually just rock up, cross your ankles, plant your hands. You can either step back or if you're feeling it, jump back, move through a vinyasa or skip it. See you back in down dog. Reconnect to your enjoiiii breath, slow, steady. Inhale, right leg high. Open up your right hip, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of left. Either choose to stay right here or option to flip it. I'm gonna stay here today. It feels really good for me. So you do you, and wherever you're at, make sure your breath is right there. Your awareness is right there. Whatever there is to feel it all. Take one last round if you're in the back bend. Come back to the three-legged down dog. And everyone square your hips. So inner thighs face each other. One last inhale, three-legged dog. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Gently set your body down. So take your time to set yourself up. Your right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat. Draw your right hip back and up. So imagine there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek and it's pulling back and up as your heart moves forward and down. And then to go deeper, all you have to do is scoot your back knee back a tiny bit further. And breathe. Take about 3 or 4 more deep breaths. And then lift your upper body, friends. And just kind of ease your way onto your outer right butt cheek. So let your hips open and your back knee bend. And then adjust if needed so that your right shin, your front shin, is pretty much parallel to the front edge of your mat. Scoot your left knee up towards your right heel. And then from here, we're gonna lean back. So hands behind you. If this bothers your left ankle or knee, then either make your left foot active in some way or your left toes active in some way. So adjust if needed. But as you lean back, you're not trying to do a back bend. You're not trying to lift and open. Rather do the opposite. So knit your front ribs together, draw navel to spine. Don't let your inner left knee lift away from the ground. And just go back as far as you can without letting your inner left knee lift. And if you can lay down, some people can lay all the way down. Then focus on getting your left back ribs to touch the ground. Big deep breaths wherever you're at. Take about 2 or 3 more. And then let's slowly, if you're laying down, I know it's hard to get up, but we're gonna find our way back up. And then this left leg, we'll swing it around, left foot to the outside of right thigh. You can either adjust so that your right heel comes a little bit closer to your left butt cheek, or however you need to, or right leg extends. So you choose what feels best. Hug your knee in and sit up really tall. Take your left arm to the sky, sit up even taller, breathe in. And then exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind you, or even left fingertips. Right hand can stay where it's at, or you can latch your right elbow. So your variation is keep your spine nice and long, shoulders nice and broad. Breathe down into your belly, all the way to empty as you exhale. Good job, friends. Very end of your next exhale, let it go slowly. Uncross your legs, and let's just windshield wiper it out. So side to side. Downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Vinyasa or don't. Make it real fancy or don't. Once you're back in down dog, just reconnect to your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip. So bend your knee and peel your left hip open. Only if you want to, only if it will serve you. Flip your dog here. So left foot comes down behind. Breathe into your front body as you open up. Back body is strong. Muscles are hugging around your spine. One last round if you're in the back bend, and then back to three-legged down dog. Square off your hips, left leg reaches up, inner thighs face each other, breathe in. Pigeon pose, left shin forward, bring your body down gently. Pull your left hip back and up as you take your heart forward and down. Breathe. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds. And then let's ease our way up. And over onto our left outer hip. So just kind of sit over onto your left outer glute. And adjust so that your left shin is pretty much parallel to the front edge of your mat. So scoot your hips around if needed. And then slide your right knee up towards left heel. Hands behind you and start to lean back. Do not let your inner right knee lift. Do whatever you need to keep your back ankle healthy. So you could flex your foot if that helps, or just try to spread your toes. But if you're in pain, don't take it any further. Stop if you feel like it's like a sharp pain in any way. And if you are laying back, I cannot lay back, but some people can. So if you're on your back, just try to press your back right ribs closer to the ground. And remember, everybody, we're not trying to open through our front bodies anymore. Not a back bend variation. We're trying to knit our front ribs together, draw belly down. Nice and neutral through our spine. About 3 more deep breaths here. Good job. Let's slowly lift back up. And then once you're sitting up again, lean onto your left butt cheek, swing your right leg around, right foot to the outside of left thigh, adjust as needed so that both sit bones are on the ground. You can also extend your left leg forward if you want to. Hug your knee in, get really tall, puff up your chest. Right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, twist. Right hand comes down behind you. Broaden through the front of your shoulders. Breathe all the way down into your belly. If there's any variation you want to take with your left arm, go for it. Very bottom of your next exhalation, unwind your upper body. Then just uncross your legs. We'll take windshield wipers once again, but this time on our back. So all the way down. And then side to side, back and forth. Slowly and mindfully. Tee out your arms, cactus your arms, or anything else that works for you. Just do it on purpose. All right. After a few rounds of windshield wipers, Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, let your knees fall open like a book. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as you rest here, let's take a little breath exercise. So we'll just do 3 rounds of a 3-part inhale and then a really slow exhalation for about 10 seconds. And you can exhale through your nose or your mouth. Sometimes I even like to kind of make a hissing sound through my teeth. So especially at home, feel free to make noise if you want to. So exhale all your air out. Inhale first, just into low belly and pause. Take that same breath up into mid-ribs, pause. All the way up, chest, shoulders, upper back, hold in fullness. Slow release for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to empty and inhale, low belly, low back. Mid ribs, mid back, side bodies. Chest, shoulders, upper back, crown of head. So as full as you can get, hold. Slow release, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to empty. Last time, low belly, low back. Mid ribs, mid back, side bodies. Chest, shoulders, upper back, crown of head. Slow release, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to emptiness, and then just take a huge inhale. When you're ready, sigh it out your mouth. Lift your knees up and draw your knees in. Rock it out gently. Let both of your knees now fall to the right. Left arm extends out to the left. If there is a different variation of a twist you want to take, feel free. Take about 5 breaths here. Switch to the other side in your next round or two. You can take a moment to kind of neutralize as you come through center and then let your knees fall over to the left. And then when you feel even on both sides, come back to center. Happy baby pose or tiny little potato bug ball on your back. So you choose, or maybe a little bit of both. You can hug your knees in, wrap your arms around your shins. Hello, Miss Ruby. Or happy baby it out. Find any inversion you would like for about 5 to 10 breaths. So anything that puts hips and or legs higher than heart. And after you've taken your inversion, no rush. Just any finishing poses, anything else your body is still wanting, still craving. And then friends, just slowly start to move into your final relaxation. So whether that's the traditional corpse pose or something else, try to find your way there and get nice and cozy. And just as you're finding your way into your final relaxation, this is a thought for you by one of my most favorites, Corey Muscara. And it's just a reframe of kind of how we're looking, a reframe of our perspective, I guess. I think just perspective is so fascinating. So instead of what should I have achieved by this age, try what opportunities for growth and learning are presenting themselves to me right now. So instead of what should I have achieved by this age, try what opportunities for growth and learning are presenting themselves to me right now. Letting go of where you should be or what you should have accomplished or any other shoulds that society kind of puts on us. And just feeling into where you are right now. What is in your life right now? What are you presented with right now that allows you to be more of who you are? Maybe that allows you to step into a bigger, brighter version of you. Letting go of judgment, letting go of competition, letting go of anything outside of yourself, and just feeling into who you are, where you are. in this moment. All that energy inside of you, feel it as it flows through, all that aliveness. If you want to give yourself a great big huge breath to kind of fall into your Shavasana, feel free, but these last few moments are yours just to simply be. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Ha. And just start to come back into your body, wiggle fingers, toes. And eventually, no hurry, but eventually fetal position on either side. And take just one last moment to really let your practice settle in, soak in. And use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So ending right where we began. Notice if you feel a little bit different, physically, energetically, emotionally. No judgment, just observation, just curiosity. And then hands to heart. Bow your head to your heart in acknowledgement and gratitude. Just thank yourself for showing up, taking time out of your day to practice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie dokes, friends. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. My husband, somebody got me all these balloons. He left me all these balloons this morning.
Aw,
Oh,
Sweetie. Sweet. So sweet.
all right, friends. Have a wonderful
Sweetie.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.